Welcome to Level Up TV, LinkedIn's very first TV show, and today is actually our last episode. It is a bittersweet moment. This is episode 100 and our very last episode, the Level Up TV finale, but we have an absolutely amazing show for you. We are going out with a bang here. So I'm here with Michael Lane, of course, my co-host and friend, and today we have so many surprises for you, but we thought we'd get started with a surprise straight away. Now, we have a special guest. His name is Mateo Charles. He is world-renowned artist and our personal favorite artist, and he's going to be here with us in the show. You might be able to see what's going on behind us, but before we bring him on, check this out.
Mateo Charles is the powerhouse Picasso who can deliver a portrait in just 10 minutes. His skills on the easel have seen him gain global success, performing at the Playboy Mansion, Grammys after party, and taking on the American talk show circuit as well.
With celebrity clients like Sir Richard Branson, John Travolta and Halle Berry, the accomplished artist has had his fair share of brushes with fame.
He is the one, he is the only Mateo Charles. Welcome, Mateo.
Yeah,
good to
how
see
are
you.
you, my friend? Good to see
Very
you, mate.
good. Now, we caught up last week. It was a very brief catch-up, but the purpose of it was to bring him on the show today for you. Now, Mateo, what do you have in store for us today?
I'm painting something very special. I won't give too many clues away, but it's someone who's fundamentally changed the way we live.
Oh, wow.
But before I do that, I've got a little gift for Michael that he doesn't know about.
Okay. Awesome.
Which accompanies your gift from last week. So
okay.
This is for you.
Thank you very much. Will I open it now?
Open it now.
Let's go for it.
Go
Just
for
rip it open.
Wow, I wasn't expecting this.
We have an unwrapping.
Oh my gosh, have a look at that. Isn't that brilliant?
That is awesome. So for reference, we've got Laney, we've got Jay-Z. Is Jay-Z your favorite artist of all time?
Yeah, he definitely would be a huge inspiration, and Mateo does know that. So I appreciate it, mate. That's fantastic. That's going straight to the pool room. Also, I appreciate it.
Thank you very
much.
Love that. Jay-Z is my favorite artist also. And if you saw last week, Mateo drew this portrait of me, which was incredible. But we're very blessed to have you.
Thank you very much.
Whenever you're ready, I want you to get started. Go for it.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
So Mateo's going to be behind us the whole time. You're going to be able to see what he does. We actually have no idea what the end result is going to be or what he's going to paint, but this is going to be exciting. Now, why don't we get started with the show? Let's find out where everyone's from.
Absolutely, guys. Welcome to the 100th episode. Unfortunately, it's the 100th and the last episode, but we're going to celebrate. We're going to have some fun. Let us know where you guys are listening to us today. Let us know in the comments section. We can see lots of people coming in now. What is the city? What is the country? Let us know. Is this your first episode of Level Up TV, or have you been along for the ride? I can see some regulars in there who have been with us from the beginning. Lucas, we've got Damon, we've got a lot of our regulars in here. Let us know where you're listening to us today. And like every single episode, we want to give you guys a shout out.
Yeah, absolutely. And today is definitely no different. Yeah, we've got a lot of our regulars here. Noreen, thank you so much for joining. 100 episodes. This is such a bittersweet moment. 100 and our last, but we truly want to thank you, the people that have joined us, the people that have been listening and viewing and commenting, engaging. You've quite literally given us the confidence to continue, and we're going to talk a little bit about that today. But while everyone's commenting, Michael, I know you have another question for the audience.
I do, and I can see. Just want to name a few people in here. Crystal from Sydney, great to have you here, Crystal. We've got, and it's really hard for me to see today, lots of people. We've got India, we've got Tennessee, we've got Pakistan, lots of regulars in here. Great to see you guys. If you haven't put your details in yet, make sure you let us know below. What is the city? What is the country? And we'd love to give you a shout out. But my burning question for everyone today is this. As you know, this is our last episode. Have you enjoyed the show? Have you enjoyed what we've put together? Let us know in the comment section a simple yes or a simple no, or this is our first episode and we don't know what to expect. But again, every single episode, we come to you with a burning question. Today's a little bit self-serving. Has this been something that you've enjoyed over the last 100 episodes or however many episodes you've listened to us? Drop a yes into the chat bar and just let us know.
Yeah, we want to know if we've added any value. So, I mean, if we have added value to your life, if you've been educated or entertained, or you've simply just enjoyed the rhetoric that we have on this show, just drop a yes in. We'd love to see it. And if you drop a no, we're not going to do anything other than, just delete and block your comment.
And never speak to you again.
We're not going to do any of that. We're so grateful to have everyone here, and we're seeing a whole bunch of yeses drop in the chat, Michael. But let's get started with today's show. Thank you to everyone that has engaged and continues to engage. So today is not only our 100th episode, it is our very last episode. This is the Level Up TV finale. Maybe not as big as, let's say, the Seinfeld finale, but it feels that way to us.
It does.
We have an amazing artist behind the scenes who is going to be painting something epic live for us. So he's going to be there the whole show. You'll be able to see what he's doing, and he's going to complete this amazing artwork before the end of the show. So It's going to be super exciting. Now, what an incredible journey we've had.
It has been.
We started this show 100 weeks ago. We started it to help entrepreneurs and business owners in the midst of the pandemic. And we have come live to you every single week since then. We actually haven't taken a break. And despite us being perhaps, overseas at different points, points in time, we've made it work. And listen to some of these statistics in a time that we have showed up for you. We have given away 500 plus lessons on the show. We have spent 65 hours going live.
Wow.
We have received 200,000 plus likes, comments, and shares, over 500,000 views. And Michael, we've created so many memories along the way. And in fact, we have a bit of a recap video for you, our audience. So if we can play that recap video now. And this is our very first LinkedIn Live. So we're new to this. Now, my name is Ahmed Imam. I'll be your host for today. And I'm here, of course, with my co-host, Michael Lane.
As usual, it's a Wednesday. We're leveling up.
We're actually at the Success Resources HQ here in Sydney.
So I'm in a hotel somewhere in Dubai.
Yeah, I'm in the Hunter Valley.
I know that Michael's in beautiful Gold Coast at the moment.
We've got people coming in from all over the planet. So wherever you're coming in from, put in that city, put in that country, and we'd love to give you guys a shout out.
We've got Bangladesh, we've got Sydney, Brisbane, we've got Singapore. Great to have you guys here.
Michael, are you ready for this one? Today's episode is going to be a fun one. I've got my co-host back. And when we started this, we were just filming this from our homes, right?
We were during COVID.
Yeah. All right, we just consumed one of the hottest corn chips in the world. Merry Christmas, everyone. Michael and I are going to give our opinion by putting either a thumbs up or a thumbs down.
Today, we are interviewing my son, Charles Lane.
Hi.
Does that mean anything to you?
Oh my gosh. We've made it, 2022. Mate, I love these episodes. They're off the cuff. This is where people get to finally pick Ahmed's brain. He's episode 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97.
What episode is this?
This is 98.
This is
got
episode
about 5 seconds left.
99.
You good?
What were your thoughts on that, Sabine? I was just laughing all the way through that. So many memories. What are your thoughts on this being the last episode? What's the feeling?
Oh, look, it's bittersweet. All good things have to come to an end, and that's unfortunate. But so many great memories in there. The Hot Chip Challenge last Christmas, or 2 Christmases ago.
I know.
There's been so many episodes now.
Yeah.
But, you look at the different locations we're in as well. It's not this same setting every time.
No.
Business has gone on, life's gone on. We've been traveling. You've been overseas.
We've been in lockdown.
We've experienced everything. To see that video, it's quite humbling to see that, and it makes me really proud to know that we actually went through. We committed to something when really the odds were against us in many, many ways.
Yeah.
And to see that makes it all enjoyable and all the hard work worthwhile.
Agreed. I mean, we had many opportunities to stop and give up. At some points, it wasn't possible. It wasn't convenient. We made it work because we wanted to connect with you, our audience, and provide as much impact as possible. And we're going to talk about that today. But we have world-renowned artist Mateo Charles here with us in studio. Let's see what he's up to.
Oh, it's progressing.
Oh, wow. So for you, our audience that are watching,
bring them.
let us know who you think this may be. I mean, he is painting someone that he says has quite literally changed and impacted the world. Drop in the comments who you think that might be as we go. We're getting a few hints. It looks like it's upside down, right?
Yeah, wow. The amazing Mateo Charles, he's doing this upside down, right? So this is why we love Mateo. So I can't wait to stay tuned and see who that is.
Yeah, me too. I have no idea right now, but I'm starting to see a bit of a face. So let's stay tuned to that. Now, we have learned so many lessons on this journey, right? I mean, we started off with the absolute basics. When we started our first show, it was quite literally the first time we'd ever streamed live.
Yep.
But we have learned so many valuable lessons, and I thought we'd go through some of them today.
Let's do it.
Okay, beautiful. Well, we've got the top 5 lessons that we have learned through creating the Level Up show and showing up for you every single week. And I think they can apply to business and life, but let's share some of those messages.
Absolutely, guys. Step number 1 or bullet number 1 today. Again, this transcends our show into life and business and those kind of things. So let's put up on screen number 1, and that is consistency is key. Right? Consistency is quality that both Ahmed and I believe in. It's something you have to believe in, right? We both believe that consistency is what transforms average into excellence. And we knew that in order to make this show a success, we had to be consistent with it. And when you're consistently working towards a goal, greatness is inevitable. We had many episodes that did not perform well. We had many episodes where we made mistakes, episodes where we experienced technology problems, issues, different types of challenges. And that's okay. In those difficult moments, you have to remember why you started so you do not give up. And we started the show to make an impact. And that's what kept us consistent. Fast forward to today, we are sitting here on our 100th episode and produced 100 shows in 100 weeks.
Yep.
That is consistency. So, Ahmed, this is a principle we took into creating the show.
Yeah.
But boy, oh boy, consistency is so important in business and life and everything we do, right?
It is such a fundamental quality. And like we said before, I mean, there were moments where I was in Dubai and Michael was in Australia. We couldn't even be in the same room, let alone the same country. There were moments where we had technology issues week on week on week. There were moments where our audio didn't work and you literally couldn't hear us. There was a time where we went to big studios and we were in a major studio and for the first few minutes, no one could actually communicate with us. I mean, despite all that, we kept showing up every single week because we knew why we started to make an impact. And I think that is a very important lesson.
It is, definitely.
But continue dropping in your comments. We'd love to continue giving you guys shout outs. Thank you to everyone that's interacting with us. Make sure that this is an epic show. It's our very last one. It's your last opportunity to communicate with us and help us make an impact. So please make sure that you use that chat functionality. Okay, so the second thing that we've learned on this incredible journey is the power of an effective team. Now, if we can bring that slide up. So speaking of consistency, Michael, I mean, we realized very quickly that in order to be consistent with this show, we all had to lean on our strengths and also allocate the responsibilities accordingly. No different to any other team, but our team is not just Michael and I. I know Michael and I may be the faces and they're the people that you see, but we can't produce the show on our own. You know, and I want to make that very clear. But we have the help of an amazing team behind the scenes with complementary skill sets who actually help us bring this all together. You know, for example, technology is not our strongest strength, right? I mean, we struggle with technology at times, but we have a team behind the scenes who is fluent with technology. You know, everything from the setup of our shows to the streaming platform, to the lighting, to the audio, we have someone that is proficient in technology. We have a copywriter that assists us in writing these shows. We have a producer that helps manage the stream while we are live, someone that is doing that right now. And we have a content team that assists in creating the slides, the videos, the graphics, and everything that you see on the show as well. So we all have complementary skill sets, and we bring that together to form this collective strength. And I wanted to give a special shout out to our team. I know they probably won't come on camera. They're a little bit camera shy, but what do you reckon? Should we bring them on?
Yeah, let's bring them on.
All right, let's take that slide off the screen. And if we can get Simon and Owen to simply come in and give us a quick wave.
They're at their...
There we are. There's a wave.
Owen.
Can we get another wave?
Perfect.
Okay, that's Owen. Thank you very much. They're actually working on our show as we speak. But the power of a team.
Look, it's important. We can't do this without a team.
Yep.
And anyone who feels that they can create anything of significance without a team really doesn't understand what it takes to put something together. So we couldn't do it without them, and it's been a great sort of effort. And look, and you got to remember, in lockdown, when we're remote at home, we've got teams in their homes having to put this whole thing together, right? It's one thing to do it on site over here where you can't see what they're doing, but to have people in their homes around the country or the world or wherever it be to come together at different time zones, it's difficult. So huge shout out to the team.
Yeah, absolutely. Huge shout out. Okay, so if you're just joining us, we have world-renowned artist Mateo Charles. This man has done portraits for some of the most influential people on the planet. Celebrities, A-list stars, politicians, I mean, you name it. And he is behind us right now and creating a piece of art upside down, mind you. And we're going to try and figure out what that is as he creates it. But I guarantee you he'll be done by the end of the show. So if you have any idea who he is painting, let us know in the chat, drop a comment, and let's see if we can guess this thing before it's done. But Michael, what is the third thing that we've learned on this crazy journey?
Yeah, absolutely. You can see from that angle there, we're starting to get a clearer picture of who it is. If you can tell who that is, pop it in the comment section. We'll come back to you. Yes, Randy, Mateo is awesome. Great to have you here. Sarah, great to have you. Oh, Sarah's come through with an early
guess.
Early guess. We'll wait and see what happens. But
okay.
Yep, there's a few more coming in there now. But look, point number 3 is an important one. And this was really important for us in creating a show like this. And again, so you guys understand, there was never a goal to do 100 episodes.
No.
The goal was to start, was to be passionate, to make an impact, it was about being consistent. And this is point number 3, is you have to be passionate, right? So it's so much easier to educate or pass on knowledge when you talk about things that actually excite you. You know, the topics that we talked about on this show are not just topics meant to help you level up. They're things that Ahmed and I love to actually talk about. We're passionate about these things. They're topics that we live and breathe, so that when we talk about them, we can speak with confidence, conviction, and a lot of passion. So this is very important, especially when communicating, because you can't get people involved in something yourself if you're not passionate about it yourself. So before we proceed, any topic or any show, we ask ourselves these 3 questions. And I want you guys and girls to write this down. First question is this helpful? Second question, is it true? Is this true? And the third, does this excite us? So there are 3 questions we ask ourselves before every episode. Is it helpful? Is it true? And does it actually excite us? If it's a yes for all of these, we know we're going to have a pretty fun and entertaining, but also impactful show. So number 3 is something that we all need to take into our life. Doesn't matter what phase you're in, doesn't matter what's happening, you have to be passionate. Ahmed, how important has passion been for you over these last 100 episodes?
It's huge. Look, I definitely couldn't do this show, 100 weeks in a row if we weren't passionate and excited about the things that we're talking about. And it's the only way we can speak with confidence and conviction like we do. But I love those 3 questions. Is this helpful? Is this true? And does this excite you? Ask those questions before you put out a piece of content, before you have to speak to an audience, before you're on a Zoom chat. That is how you can remain passionate. Now, I'm being told, is this correct? I'm being told that perhaps Mateo might be done.
Oh, it looks pretty...
Almost?
It's
It's
done.
done. All right. Now, before you turn it over, can we get in the chat who you think this may be? I'll give you 10 seconds before we turn this over. Drop into the chat who you think this influential person is that Mateo has drawn.
And by the way, upside down.
Upside down,
Right.
Absolutely.
Let's
Let's
not-
see a few things in the chat. I think I have figured it out, but I'd love to see it upside down. All right, we're having a few comments roll through now, and I think people have figured it out.
Yeah.
All right, Mateo, over to you, my friend.
For the reveal.
For the reveal. Drum roll. Brrrr. Boom.
How good is that?
How incredible is that? Now, let us know who that is. For anyone that owns perhaps one of these, it should be pretty obvious. He is absolutely someone that has impacted our lives, and you said that's part of the criteria when you started this. I think it's incredible. Let us know in the chat what your thoughts are. It is pretty clear that he has painted Steve Jobs upside down. He is someone that has quite literally changed the world. Mateo, thank you very much. And what's your personal opinion of Steve Jobs?
Look, he's someone that I definitely look up to. I mean, he's a visionary. He was a visionary, and as you
Yep.
said, we use his products every day. So that's someone who's definitely impacted the world. So
Yep.
I love painting people that have changed the world, and he's someone that I wanted to paint today.
Thank you so much,
Awesome.
mate. Give me a fist bump.
Thank you. Congrats, mate. Thank you.
Well done. And can we write thank you, Mateo, into the chat for adding so much value? We can see the artwork behind the scenes. It actually complements this show perfectly. So a big thank you to all-renowned artist, and make sure that you follow him. And we'll grab him towards the end of the show and get some of those details as to how you can follow him as well. Okay, so moving on to the fourth thing that we learned on this crazy journey that is Level Up TV. And that fourth thing is that it's not about you, it's always about them. This is something that you can remind yourself of. It's not about you, it is always about them. So far we have spoken about consistency, we've spoken about the power of a team, and the fact that you do have to be passionate about what you do in order to do it well. But all of those things are important only if you have learned that if you truly want to knock the ball out of the park, you have to constantly remind yourself of one important truth, and that is it's not about you, it's always about them. So what am I talking about? So who is them? Them is you. Them is our audience. Them is your audience. And it doesn't matter if you're producing a show or a podcast or a piece of content. If you want to truly resonate, and if you want people to truly resonate with your product or your service or your offering, you have to make sure you are speaking with them and not at them. Okay? You have to make sure that you take the time to engage, just as Michael and I are doing with the audience that we see and giving shout outs on the screen. You have to make sure that you're joining the conversation that they are having in their heads, right? That's a very important point. So point number 4 and lesson that we've learned is it's not about you, it's always about them.
Well said, mate. I think when we take our attention off ourselves and we put it on to others, great things can happen. And I think that's been sort of the backbone of this whole journey, right? You don't start something where you've got to commit to it every single week without it being something that's serving others and impacting others. We didn't think we'd get to 100 episodes, right? So, you know, when you're focusing on yourself, you're always missing your audience. You're always missing who you're there to impact. So number 4, it's not about you. It's always about them. I think that's a really important lesson.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you to everyone that continues to engage. If you're just joining us late, perhaps this is our 100th show. It's also our very last show. We are wrapping this up soon, and we're throwing in the white towel, so to speak. Not that we've given up, but you know, we've reached a certain point where we feel that we personally can go to the next level. And so there may be something coming after this, but you'll have to stay tuned, because I can assure you it's not the end of Michael and I. But Michael, why don't you hit them with the 5th and last lesson that we've learned on this show?
Yeah, look, this is a really important one. And it's important for everyone at every stage of their journey, right? Step number 5 today is you don't have to be perfect to start. Boy, oh boy, are we a case in point for that. Our first episode was horrendous in many, many ways, except in the area of passion and us wanting to impact, right? So Zig Ziglar once said, you don't have to be perfect to start, but you have to start to be perfect. I think that's really important. And it's a very, very true statement. When Ahmed and I started this show, we'd never done a live stream before. We were far from being perfect, or we were far from being polished, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So, but when we need to add value, we need to look to take that leap of faith. We started the show on that premise. As Ahmed mentioned, it's not about you, it's about them. If you know that you have a message, a product or a service that can help or inspire and add value to other people's lives, then it's your obligation, it's your duty to share that with the world. And you have to take that first step. It does not matter if you're not perfect or polished. We are proof that. Because repeatedly practicing your craft by doing is the best way to build confidence in your craft. And it's safe to say that Ahmed and I are not only able to help people with our message, but you are far more confident delivering that message now than we were when we started.
Ain't that the truth?
Oh my gosh. So look, you don't have to be perfect to start, but you have to start to be perfect. Zig Ziglar said it best. Is there something in your life right now that you've been thinking about and you've been waiting for that moment? This is the lesson for you. This is the call sign for you. Take that first step. We took that step 100 weeks ago. We didn't know where it was going to go. We didn't know we'd have 500,000 people watch this show, right? So when you start something that's important to you, you learn those lessons along the way and you get infinitely better really quickly. So step number 5 is an important one. You must start.
Absolutely important. And, I can attest to the fact that when we started, we were a little bit sloppy. We were getting to know the platform, the technology, how we'd interact with each other, the live streaming. But we practiced, we kept at it week on week on week, and we made it work. And I can quite honestly say that it's chalk and cheese right now compared to how we started. And it's a lesson for hopefully all of us. But Michael, it's sad to say that that's a wrap.
That's a wrap. Look, I just want to say a huge thank you to Ahmed for being really the person behind this, making this happen every week, as well as the team. We're all busy. We're all doing different things. We're all making an impact. But Ahmed would show up every single week and he was passionate about it. And that's what I love about this guy. And that's why you guys follow him. That's why he's got 1 million+ followers on LinkedIn. This stuff doesn't just happen by accident. You can't buy users on LinkedIn. You can't do all that stuff. This guy has earned every single user. And you know that because you see the impact and the difference he's making. Mate, thank you so much for being on the journey with me. I know this is not the end because we've got some pretty cool stuff planned. We won't share that with you guys just yet, but stay tuned. I'm looking forward to the next journey of Ahmed and I.
Thank you, mate. That's very kind of you. And if I can retort, it's been an absolute pleasure. You're someone that I've seen as a mentor. You're someone that I have learned a lot from personally. And so to be able to share this stage and opportunity with you every single week has been amazing.
Thank you.
So thank you. There's lots of love right here and it's all genuine, but we wanted to send a goodbye and thank you to you, our audience. I mean, where would we be without you, quite honestly? Thank you to all the comments that I'm seeing roll through. It is an absolute bittersweet moment. I mean, we were here to level up and we were here to help you level up. So we hope that we built up your confidence and courage and inspired you along the way. But if you did receive some inspiration or some encouragement, I'd love to see a yes into the chat. And like I said, it's bittersweet and I almost don't want to say those words to end the show. But before we do, Mateo, if I can have you come back, please. So you've seen the artwork behind us. You have seen what this incredible man has done. He has come on this show. He has given up his time. He has showed us his talent, and we are so very grateful for that. So I wanted to thank you for that.
Thank you.
Can you tell the audience where they can find you?
Sure. MateoCharles.com, Instagram @MateoCharles. Pretty much Mateo Charles universally online is pretty much where you can find me.
Okay, beautiful. Make sure you check the man out and check out some of the stuff he's done. It is absolutely incredible. But Michael, that's it. Any last final words?
No, I just a big thank you to the community. This has been about you. We trust you've got value out of it. We know when you give up your time at this time every single week, it's precious and we don't take it for granted. We've given you everything we can in different topics and areas to help you level up. That was the whole intention when we started 100 weeks ago. We believe we might have done that and we hopefully exceeded some of your expectation. Please go follow. Mateo's been a good friend of mine for years. We've done some cool stuff around the world together. He's an absolute magician of a man. He can do some amazing things. And if you need somebody to come and spruce up your events or doing stuff with you, both virtually or live, or if there's some products or anything you want, go to MateoCharles.com and check it out. But, mate, I'd love you to sign off like you have done for 100 episodes.
Yeah.
And we will see you guys soon.
Yeah, we will absolutely see you soon, and stay tuned for what that might be. But for the very last time on Level Up TV, thank you. All the best for now. Take care of yourself. And, of course, be kind to yourself.